I don't know how to bend it or send it where I want.
That's exactly what we're gonna do. I don't know how to bend it or send it. I'm gonna write something down, physics related. This, over the last like 5 years, has been the most impactful statement to me in my teaching. The ball is only on the strings for about 3 or 4 thousandths of a second. And it's like, if I remember correctly, it's like an 80th of a second to blink your eyes. So it's like, 15 or 20 like blinks. Or no, I'm sorry, 15 or 20 ball impacts is one blink, like of the human eye. So in that tiny split second, wherever the strings are facing, the ball will go that direction, period. And then whatever path your racket was on will impart spin, which then manipulates the path of the ball. And so it's gonna hit a little bit different spot, but this is like a small part of it. And this is the biggest part of it, is the direction of the strings. Any questions on this? It's gonna take you years to unpack this phrase and the implications. But this is at the root. This explains every tennis shot.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I believe it. I don't know how to bend it or send it where I want.
That's exactly what we're gonna do. I don't know how to bend it or send it. You're gonna be able to do both. So with that in mind, let's look at an example of a pro bending it and sending it. So on a flat forehand, the path of the racket and the direction of the target are in alignment. They're in the same plane. And so that's why we know this is a flat serve, is because his racket, his target is here. He's gonna hit that spot. His racket goes through the ball in a straight line towards his target. And so he's releasing the racket straight through the ball, directly at his target. And so that sends the ball in a directly flat, directly direct path, like right towards his target. So there is no significant curve or bend, because all his energy is just going straight through the ball, right at where he wants the ball to go. Yep. There's no deviation between the path and the target, so there's no significant spin. Yep. Now, watch this. This is a kick serve, like a heavy topspin serve. How would you characterize or describe the path now? What direction is his racket swinging?
I mean, it's got to be some, like a version of still low to high, because it's trying to spin downward.
That's right. That's part of it.
But look, more to the side, it feels like.
Yeah. So yeah, you're correct. Here's the peak. This is the very top right here. Okay. And he's, that's not quite. And he's making contact back here. So his racket is still on the way up. So that's going to give the ball what kind of spin? Yep. But predominantly, it's also moving. If we draw a line straight down from the ball, the racket's moving from the left side of the ball to the right side of the ball. So you're correct here. The path is up and to the right. Watch the flat serve. You're going to see the same release of the hand, but now it's into the court instead of sideways. Okay. That's the difference between flat and spin. Here is your self-proclaimed first serve. Check out the path of the racket and the face of the racket. You see how the path is going through the court towards the box? And so that's what's going to send the most pace into the other side of the court. That's going to be the fastest shot. It's also the most direct shot, which means that it's the least margin way of hitting the ball over the net and into the box, because it's always going to be a straight line. but it's also the way you get it there the fastest. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So here is your second serve.
Onto the different path, but
Is the racket moving along the baseline or through the baseline?
or through.
And so when you consider that this is a left to right hit because we're hitting into the ad side service box, the path of the racket here is basically in line with the direction that you're trying to hit the ball. There isn't really any deviation between the direction the ball is going and the direction the racket is going, which means we can't have bend. We can't have shape, aka margin, as long as the path is in line with the target. So we're going to learn how to swing the racket in a different direction to create shape and margin. To begin with, take a couple of steps back for me and just watch me do this. You're going to line up right on the tee here, and you're going to do 2 sets of 2 shadow swings. Your first 2 shadow swings, you're going to go back into your normal trophy pose and smoothly and slowly swing along the center line. So your goal is to go directly towards the net through the court. Then your next set of 2 swings, you're going to keep your body more sideways, and you're going to drop and release the racket along the service line. So this is going to be totally perpendicular to the first 2 swings. 2 flat and then 2 kick. Use the lines as your guide. Yep. One more of those, nice and slow. Good. And now 2 where the racket traces the service line. Yeah, good. Nice job. Yeah, that's really nice, Kevin. Okay, repeat. 2 flat serves. Now 2 spin serves along the service line. Very good. Good. Again, 2 flat ones. 2 spin ones. Yep. Good. Check this out. Your flat delivery. So the face and the path are in alignment. That's what makes it flat. And then here's your spin delivery. Now, the face is pointing one direction while the path goes a different direction. That would create tons and tons of spin. That's exactly right. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to do a shadow down the center line. Then you're going to toss and hit with your path going right down the center line. Then you're going to shadow along the service line. And then you're going to toss and hit with your path staying along the service line. Yep, flat shadow. And now a flat hit. Yeah, good, good. And now a spin shadow. Good. And now commit to that same path with the ball there. Pretty good. Now, why did the ball go way the heck over there?
Probably because my face.
Yeah. Yeah, you're learning. Yeah, you're a fast learner. Yeah. First of all, your body's turning forwards way too much to actually get the racket to swing that way. Like if your body turns forwards, then it's going to deliver the racket. It's going to want to deliver the racket forwards, and you're not really going to be able to deliver it along the sideline. Okay. Then right before you hit, your hand twisted to send the racket or send the ball in that direction. So you ended up hitting, now your racket did go in this direction, but the face also went in that direction, and so you ended up hitting another flat shot, but just way the heck over there. And so had your strings stayed facing that way, it would have been a spin serve that went straight. But since you twisted your hand too early, it ended up being a flat serve that went over there. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So we need to A, keep the body a little bit more sideways. That's going to help with the hand. B, keep the hand facing forwards while your racket keeps going out to the side. Go ahead and shatter that slowly a couple more times. Just the sideways one. Yep. That's right. And then it releases afterwards, yep. Nice and easy. Yep. Keep your body sideways a little bit longer. Yep. That'll help you deliver the racket on edge out in that direction. Yep. All right, here you go. Do 2 more of those shadows and then go ahead and try to hit again, keeping that same path. Commit to the service line. Yep, yep, yep. 1 more shadow. That's right. Now same movement with the ball there. Good, better, 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 better. Did you notice the difference in the sound of that one?
A little bit, yeah.
I had a little bit of like clicking like sound off the strings. That's from the racket moving past the ball instead of just going flat like through it. That's good. Same thing. 2 shadows and then a hit. Trace the line first twice. Yep. You had the right idea on the last one. We need to make it more sideways. Nope. That was a very different sound. That was like a dead flat hit. So we know you twisted your hand a little bit too early on that one. You didn't hold the edge long enough. Try 1 more of those.
I'm not sure I'm even getting it on the shadow, but...
All right, we're gonna try something different. Come on back over here.
This is one of those things that
Dude, you'll get it. You'll get it. Stand right back by the iPad for me. So we're trying to get you in this direction with the racket on edge before you release and come across. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to stay sideways and just move the edge of the racket towards that beam there. And I want you to go back and forth like 3 or 4 times. And then just chop forwards. Did you hear what that sounded like?
Yep.
I'm really happy I made contact. That's opposite-handed for me. So watch what just happened. This is the key to all spin right here. My strings are facing straight forwards while my racket goes straight sideways. And that's going to give the ball maximum spin. So I'm not doing any body rotation. I'm not doing any hand release or rotation. I'm just maintaining the edge and just going past the back of the ball.
Okay.
That's it. That's how you spin the ball. What direction the racket moves is going to give it either side spin or top spin.
Okay.
So what kind of spin do you think this is?
Side.
Yeah. This is like almost pure side spin. So this is going to mostly bend the ball in this direction. It's going to bend it from right to left. So like the alignment of the path of the racket will give us different results. I'm just trying to get you to make any spin of any kind, like first, and then we can totally transition into more topspin. First, we just need to start hitting past the ball. And you're so used to like hitting it like dead straight behind it that we just got to get sideways.
Okay.
Yep. Don't turn your body at all. Keep your body sideways. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Do you see what just happened? You see it bend? Yeah, watch. Dude, that was awesome.
But yeah.
Yeah, you did it just like me. So you went right past the back of it. You held the edge. Yeah, you were like really, like far away from yourself. That's the most right toss you've probably ever had in your life. Yeah, you were kind of overextended to get to that. But look at the ball turning. You see it?
Yeah.
And so this is how spin works. It's swinging in a different direction than where you want the ball to go.
Yep.
And now watch what happens to the ball. Do you see it curve?
Yep.
So that's what we want. Shadow it a couple times. And then brush past it. Oh, dude, that's awesome. You see that? That was baller. That took a big jump. Watch the curve on this. That was awesome. And so once you just get used to swinging anywhere other than towards the target, then we can start to swing in different directions other than the target. But this is just like step one, is like, let's stop going this way and start going this way. And then we can shape it in different ways, which by the time we finish today, we should be able to do that. Now, can you do that with the rest of your motion? Without just doing this part of it, but now take the racket back, drop it, and then go along that path. Yep. Yeah, practice it a couple times. We just want to integrate that path into your normal motion. Yeah, good. That wasn't quite as aggressive of a brush, but we still definitely heard that click. I actually hate the word brush. I'm gonna stop using it. Not quite as aggressive as the click that you had before. You had a little more forward force, but we had enough that it was curving, and that's what we want. Go ahead and do it again. Practice it at least once or twice. Yeah, now we're talking. That's exactly right. Good. I told you could do it. Now instead of swinging towards the box, good. You're staying more sideways now. You're holding the edge of the racket. Now you're doing it just like Raonic. You're going right along the service line. But the ball's still going in the box because your strings are staying facing forwards. This is your second serve. Yep. And commit to that path. Yeah. That is your best one so far. Had a really nice shape to it. Good curve. Let's get one more of those from the blue line. Oh, yeah. Good. You see that bend?
Yeah.
That's nice. Back to the baseline. Same thing. That was really good. Here, check out that last one. Look at that. That's awesome. See how different the path is from where the ball is going now? Mm-hmm. They're no longer tied together. They're no longer in line with each other. And so that's what's going to give the ball. Watch the shape on this. Tons of bend. That's what's going to give you the safety and margin, where you don't no longer have to slow down to like be careful to have a high percentage serve. You can swing. In fact, the faster you swing, if you keep this path, the more spin is on the ball, and the more spin is on the ball, the more it bends, and the more it bends, the more margin you have. So it's actually a positive feedback loop instead of a negative one. It's totally game changing. That's it. Just caught the frame. Really good path. That's it. Good. So old second serve. Watch the path. Look at how the racket just stays with the ball, like in the same direction the whole way through. And now watch the path here. Now the racket's traveling past the ball, out to the side. Look at how much farther to the left the racket starts.
Yep.
This one's not ever going to have any margin, and this one's going to have lots of space as you get better and better at it over the top of the net. That's it. Just a matter of refining and getting comfortable with it and getting familiar, like you said, like with the angle of the racket. And you're gonna lose the path, and you're gonna have to keep reminding yourself, keep it this way, keep it this way.
Yep.
And that's just becoming familiar with the pieces of it.
Okay.
So it'll take some time, but big picture, like long term, this is absolutely critical